in this acknowledgement of the Asian woman?
Well, thank you for having me today. As Asian, the cultural conditions and also overall as humanity the conditions, really I feel that this era is really waking up to our true power, our truth, which we're all connected as oneness, regardless of the background for culture, ethics, and regardless of religion. But the truth of in our heart, that's the love, that's the peace, that's the joy.
Yes.
So when we connect to that truth and source, today really exemplify a representation of how that truth took many, many decades, generation come to this point, to wake up to see how many generations before us sacrificed their life, go through life challenge situations in wars. And now it's the peace in the era of really can tune in to who we truly are, that God and or whatever you say that give you the higher power instead of a gift. That's how we serve together in peace, in joy, in love, as collective, as oneness. Only that, as a humanity, global humanity, we can collectively fulfill our purposes in life, to express the beautiful day, like the beautiful song. And that's so simple. It's tuned into our love.
Isn't it?
It's joy, right?
Joy.
So really appreciate that the Advocacy Network and also Cathy Trinh to reward the first reward. And it's time as a woman, and we are empowered in this time to tune into our courage, into our gift, to express the freedom. Whatever the passion you have. For me, my passion is freedom to unleash the human spirit, the freedom in time and in finances. I'm in financial services, and my passion is empower people to become financially free through financial literacy and also through collective contribution, become the wealth, the abundance in our way we have. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, Linli Wang. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to this afternoon's news conference,
You're very welcome. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
We were really delighted that there was an interest in a community here to come out and witness this ceremonial acknowledgement. Would you tell us just a little bit or share with us what you found to be important or significant for you to come and witness this today?
As a recent woman Asian entrepreneur, it's really important to do community work and come out and represent, I think, role model, because that's something that I've never had, and to just continue to have that empowering message. And it's really important to come out and just support one another. It's all about building community, because without the community, we can't have a village and impact change.
That's so true. Thank you, Penelope, for sharing
You're
your
very
thoughts
welcome.
and for your participation and your leadership.
Thank you.
It's so great to have your leadership here and the entire StreetGroomer community be at this news conference here to support Georgia Governor candidate Al Bartell.
Yes.
You've been such a strong support for his candidacy.
Absolutely.
And these elements of violence in particular have been so troubling, and something that you guys have rallied around in making direct action and direct communication to the powers that be. Today, all about peace, all about diversity, all about feeling some oneness and reconciliation about something that happened that was so violent, so many years ago.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts today about where you see leadership in this area could take the state of Georgia and even our nation? As a woman leader yourself.
As a woman leader, and our trust just lies and lays on God, just knowing that He is the orchestrator of all of this, and knowing that unity is what He calls us to be about. And so with the leadership of another woman and being able to see her honored was such an honor for me, to understand the fact of us coming together now collectively to serve one God, how we always supposed to, and to do it up under one umbrella, which is just to be a part of America. That's what it was about, you know. And I think that it was so important today to show, to honor, and to just be, our organization be here, because we stand for that, you know. We're the voice for the voiceless. We're in the street for the voiceless. And so for something so tragic that had happened, we would have been there to fight. So by us here now, today, and the war may not be going on physically with a bomb, but it is going on with the people. And so, you know, I'm glad to be here to stand with her and to fight the fight of knowing that we're unifying and being a blessing.
Mighty leader, thank you for your presence, for your words.
Thanks for having us here today. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Stone, for bringing your leadership and the whole Street Groomers community out here today at the news conference where Mr. Bartell was giving this acknowledgement and having Ms. Trinh accept it ceremonially. I know that you work a lot with the veterans community in Georgia, and you've been high on this violence conversation and violence prevention conversation. Just been almost like your life's work, really, from everything that I've witnessed in being with your organization. What were you present to today, being at this news conference, that you want to share with others to have them get what this was really all about?
It was more to me than just violence prevention or speaking on heal. It was more like a healing, it was a global healing. It was people here today that actually, some asked me, well, is Ms. Trinh a psychic? I'm like, no, she's a global person that does, you know, humanitarian. She's a true humanitarian. And to come out here to support it is very important to me. As you said, I deal with the vets. Like every first and third Sunday, actually feed them or whenever they call. To me, it's so important with them because at the height of that war, a lot of families on both sides, you know, it was a tragedy. It was an unprecedented war to me, you know, and I'm young, but I just learned history. That war right there, many lost lives and families on both sides. So in order to heal that between us, it's not one side accepting fault or the other accepting fault. It's coming together and saying that fault is there. How can we heal it as a people? So for a Vietnam vet that landed in Saigon, to be able to come here and offer that peace and offer that award of humanitarian and peace, that it was beautiful to me. You know, and me knowing Mr. Bartell, who is a person that together me and him do all we can to try to stop the violence, not just here in the state of Georgia, but throughout America, and if we can, possibly throughout the world, because it's something that we have to understand. Violence, as he said, begets death, and we done had enough death. It's time for love. It's time for a healing.
Well, with your leadership and your partnership with Ms. Bartell, we're looking forward to being able to share your story before long.
Yes, and I wouldn't miss this. I had spoke to Ms. Trinh several times, and this was something I wouldn't miss for nothing.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brother Stone.
Yes, thank you. Yes, ma'am.